Hi guys, welcome to Therapy Hot Rods, and today I'm working on this, my 1920 Dodge, if you can call it that anymore. I use that term very loosely. The project kind of escalated out of control, because quite literally this panel on each side is about the only thing left that's actually a 1920 Dodge. Now I know it's been a long time since I posted any content, and I haven't shown this project at all. And I haven't updated on the last one, but we'll get there. I figured the best thing we can do right now is take a good walk around the vehicle. I'm going to show you what we've done, what we plan on doing in the future, and where we ultimately want the car to be when it's finished. So I figured the best place for us to start is where we started with when it came to, okay. I figured the best place to start walking around it would be with the very first piece I got for it, which was the full 1920 Dodge cowl. It's been slightly modified since I've gotten it. I held on to it for about 2 years. I got it for $100 at some swap meet. And just kind of sat around tossing ideas of what I was going to do with it. And then one day, I had a whole bunch of parts laying around, right? And I was looking at this cage I had for a Camaro, the cowl, and then I scored this Crown Vic suspension for like $250 from another swap meet. And I just kind of drew up this picture on a piece of paper, and it was just this little race car, tube chassis, independent front suspension, solid axle rear, just pretty much what you see here. And that's about as far as we've gotten. But, was that too much too fast? One day I was just joking around and got some 2x3 square tubing, rectangle tubing, and just kind of made a basic mop-up of the geometry of the suspension, bolted the front to it. Another day we came in and we tack welded the roll cage together, kind of to see where we would fit in it. We figured out where the cowl sat on it. We actually ended up having to cut it in half and add about 10 inches in the center of it. And that left us trying to figure out what to do on the front. And one day I was kind of bored on AI using like ChatGPT, and I was like, put a Jeep grill on it, and it made pretty much exactly what you see here. The only thing I did differently was made this like sprint car style hood scoop. But I thought what it had made in the generator was perfect. And that's pretty much where we're at now. I picked up some Mustang wheels for it at one point, and now we're at a point now where you can cut it. I'm gonna fuck that up. Last time I worked on it, we got the small block Chevy engine block and 4-speed Saginaw transmission mocked up in it. And then I just kind of started fiddling around with some 1-inch square tubing I got from Jay's and started making a little bit of a floorboard. What I actually want to end up doing today is to finish out another piece of 2.5-inch square tubing from here to there, and then just start making the rest of the floorboards on each side. I also have a sick pedal assembly that I want to get mocked up in for the driver's toe boards also. But pretty much the theme of this day is going to be getting us sitting in the car, because that's kind of the most important part of this whole build, is making sure we are in it safely, we fit nicely, and then I kind of want to build everything else around it, if that kind of makes sense. Now the first place I think we would be best starting off is not starting the video like that. And I think the best place for us to start right now is to go ahead and get this front clip back off. I already have all the tack welds cut and the bolts out of the front of it, so we're just going to get this lifted up and get it out of here. Thanks for the help of Bex, my fiance. By the way, we just got engaged. Anyways, now that I have the body off, where I want to start is I want to go ahead and I want to make a nice thick bar for my rocker to build the rest of my floor pan off of. And then once we get that in there, we can start laying the more square tubing to make the rest of the floors and get our seats in. Hoping by the end of the day, we're going to be able to get the pedals mocked in also and start getting the tow board in and be able to actually kind of sit in the car and see what we're rolling up. All right, we're looking at 42 and a half. Watch, you all get to this side and it's like, and then we're going to have 44. What the fuck? 42 and a half. So, with that being said, I'm going to start getting 2 pieces cut at 42 and a half and get them tack welded in. And that tells people, don't fucking watch this and think you can do this. Don't listen to what I'm doing. Probably do the opposite of what I'm doing. You haven't stopped the recording yet.
No.
Little shit. I got the tubes for the rockers in, and judging by the fact they're holding my weight, I'm gonna call them good enough. The next thing I want to do is start getting the brake, clutch, and gas pedal assembly mocked into the car. But I don't want to do that until I start to mock the seat in also. That way I can make sure I'm not getting too close or uncomfortable with the pedals. I don't want to be crammed up in the car or vice versa not be able to reach the pedals. So I've got my seat in, kind of sat in it, mocked it up a little bit, and I think ultimately what I decided I want to do is make a box that starts here at the cage, extends out here, goes up and around, and has the floor here. More or less like this. It is going to put the reservoir inside the car. I don't mind that. I'd rather it be inside the car where the engine's not going to be making it as hot. And also, if it's in the car, there's less chance of like a rod going through the fucking block, ripping the master cylinder apart, making it crash, fire to death. So I'm going to start by first making a plate. That would be the base of my box I'm going to put right here. Then from there, I'll cut out some more shapes out of cardboard to make the sides, and then I'm thinking I'm probably just going to have like a plate right here that either lifts up or is easily removable so I can use my brake reservoirs. I made a simple little box out of some cardboard. I'm happy with how everything fits now. I'm going to take it all out. I'm going to cut the tape apart with cardboard, transfer it to some sheet metal I have over there, and some plate.
Every time they meet someone named Karen.
CAD's kind of rough, so I like to straighten it up. Guess who forgot to turn their mask back on? That was fun.
Dylan,
So, I got everything drawn out on the cardboard, transferred it to metal, cut out the metal, got everything welded in. As you can tell, with this piece, I got a little ahead of myself and started doing the firewall. So this piece I'm cutting out right now, I figured while I'm at it, now I'll go get started on that portion. So this piece right here, it's going to fill in the hole right here for the firewall. If I put it in correctly, it will fill the hole right there in the firewall. You know, someday I'm going to really start like marking this shit. So I'm like, it goes up facing forward. So I didn't expect to be doing a firewall today, but we've got half of it put in. I still got that side to do, but I didn't want to do that until I knew how I was going to do the passenger side floorboards. This is the brake kit that I'm going to be using. Clutch, pedal, brake pedal, gas pedal, and then I got 2 reservoirs here. I do want to figure out how to make a little lid on top of this box so I can fill these a little bit easier, because that's not going to be possible without it, quite honestly. The only thing left I really want to do tonight is I'm going to temporarily just kind of sheet metal screw these in so I can get a better, more honed in location I want them to be. And then I'm probably going to drill like 1 hole to get the steering column through the firing wall, set the seats in it, and then all I'm wanting to do today is just to finally be able to sit in the car, see the pedals, the steering, and see if we're on the right direction, or if I need to cut the car apart and start over.
Fucking hope not.
I fucking hope not. That would suck so bad. I've got our brake reservoirs and pedal assembly in our little box we got made here. Everything fits great up here. I have plenty of room for where the line's going to the masters. I do need to modify the gas pedal a little bit, but quite honestly, I knew that going into it. With this kit, I think I can do as simple as just switching this roller to the other side. One issue I am noticing here is now that I've got the firewall in here, I think what I'm going to need to do is cut the firewall kind of like this, because while right now I have my tip of my foot's right here, I feel like I could still end up catching it on the firewall. So if other people want to drive this car, we need to yoop that out a little bit, give it some room, so that other people can be able to drive it. Probably just do like a bubble like that, I don't know. Alright, I got the brake, clutch, and gas pedal assembly from the masters all bolted in, well, temporary self-tap to the floor, I guess. Just so we can see exactly how it feels in the car before we permanently mount anything. Because we do still have a little bit of wiggle room, not a ton, but a little bit of wiggle room. Like I mentioned earlier, you can see it really better at this angle. Gets really close right there, really close right there, so I'm definitely going to need to be cut out to give us a lot more room. We might ultimately end up going all the way about right here like that. Everything moves right, got my phone. So now I'm going to go ahead and start by drilling a hole through the firewall. We're going to set the steering column back in and set the seat back in it, finally get to sit in the car and just finally see exactly how are we going to feel and sit in it. Thankfully, it looks like we're going to have a pretty straightforward time when it comes to the steering shaft. It's straightforward. We don't have to do any bends or anything. Now, what you'll see here is one solid shaft, right? This is for mock-up only. When I finish this car before it's driving, we are going to get one of these, but with a slip joint in it. That way, if for some reason this corner of the car gets in a crinkle or something and shit gets shoved backwards, this, right, doesn't become one with me. If there's nowhere for this to give or there's no leeway in it, the only way for it to go is straight into the cabin. So you need to have a slip in here. Like, doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is once you're in a wreck. It sucked to be impaled in the face.
Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
JJ's just in the fucking back of the clip. The animatronic. He's just chilling in the corner of the fucking camera frame.
Oh, is it recording?
Yeah.
By the way, I work for a haunted house called Terra in the Corn in Erie, Colorado, and I'm the technical director for said haunted house. Bex is the technical assistant, and this is things that I do in the off, well, not off time. This is my job. I do it every day. I work on haunted houses. Well, this one only specifically, but this is an animatronic. You would be hanging from a doorway and pop out and scare you and whatnot. And this is the type of things I work on. I got to clean him up this year, see he's all damaged, we'll put a fresh shirt on him. Get his arms working correctly. You see the guy up there, he's all torn up looking, we'll fix him too, and yeah. I love my job. I don't know if someone really needs much more footroom than that, do they? I still want to push these seats forward, but that way I don't like how close I am this way. You know? We got our seats mocked in. I'm gonna take this shaft here. And I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate it right there. Looks perfect. Don't even have the wheel on it. I'm going to tack weld this on. I'm going to go ahead and cut the steering shaft. Even if it's not right, it's where it's going to be for tonight. And we'll be able to actually sit in the car. We're going to steer it. We'll be able to press the clutch, the brakes, and yeah. Hell yeah. Now it's sloppy motherfucker. But that's because the D shaft isn't perfect fitting. Our double Ds, they fit first try, but it's sloppy. That's why it fit first try. Obviously, we're gonna need to put some hind joints. I'm gonna put them in a couple places to stabilize the steering shaft better. Because right now we're just in the slot. I can actually sit down and I'm gonna grab some plywood or something, put right there, so that I can go sit in the car for the first time fully. Yep, I can see, like I was saying, that needs cut out right there. I'm gonna go drive my car now. Oh, hell, I can wait. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Hell no. I can almost run police on it.
How's that going for you?
It's not going well. Is it better to start here, you think? Began this with me standing next to it, and now I'm sitting, pressing the clutch pedal. It's like everything I would have wanted, seriously. Hella ugly, but it's everything I've ever wanted in the car. So, a lot more finish here. A lot more move. The seats still need to move way to the center. I need to get more room right here. But I think I can move each seat about 3 inches to the right, or, well, middle. Yeah. I think we might move this a little bit lower, ultimately. But I'm happy with it. You happy with it?
Yeah.
What are the odds you think that front clip will fit now that I put this piece of sheet metal here? We'll see if we can. was curious how much the front clips still fit after what we did, and I had to make one tiny little notch for the steering column. It still fits perfectly. It's a little off over right there, but it's not really much. There we go. Now you're pretty. But that's where we're going to end the video for tonight. Thank you, Bex, for helping me film this. You're cool. I don't know what we're going to do next on it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to just work more on getting the floorboards done, fix the trans tunnel so I fit a little bit better in it. My big goal is by the end of the week, I want to find a pair of cylinder heads that we can use to start mocking up the headers, intake, all the accessories for the engine, so we can make sure where we have the radiator will work. And yeah, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, anything you want, and we'll see you around next time we get to working on it again. I have enough takes of me saying that.